None of my stuff is up. What's going on there? We'll have to fix it. Welcome aboard, boys and girls. It's almost time for sketching the privateer. And that's not the right video. What is going on here? Let's try this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for that immortal question that we always get from Cody Rhodes.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Well, of course, they want to talk about comic books and the privateer and all that good stuff. What's going on? It's a Friday, and no matter how much I prepare for this show, I'm never ready for it. Apparently, I was the wrong... You set up different profiles for different shows. And this one I've got named Sketch, and I was on the one for State of the Atmosphere in my video game streams, my default one. And I didn't have my stuff up for this show, which meant I didn't have the video for the show. So, yeah. I once again, boomer the beginning of the show. But that's okay. You'll be glad to know. Got the nice clean sounds of Sharking for Pearls already loaded up, boys and girls. So let's say hi to everybody before we get started here. Let's see who's in the chat, boys and girls. Of course, the hardest working guy on YouTube, the hardest working mod on YouTube, that is. He's here, as he usually is.
Womack, why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
Vince, let me know how the music is. Do we need to turn it up, turn it down? Let me know what level that needs to be at. Because I want people to hear it, you know. But I just don't want it to over-drown what I'm saying. Good to see you, my man. Haven't seen you in a few days. And it's always good to see you. My buddy from across the pond. He's great. Let's see who else is in here. I believe I saw... And he's giving me the rock and roll symbol. Yeah, nice. That's right. And Sharking for Pearls is available wherever you get your favorite music at. That's right. It always will be. Let's see who else is here. Oh, Martin is here. Good to see you, my buddy. You can jump in whenever you want to. By the way, I send out the link late on here because I'm between days of work, so sometimes I send it out a little late, but it's always here before the show. All the places where you find the links. So if you want to come in and yak with me while I'm working, go for it. Greetings, my excellent friends, he says. It's good to see you, man. And of course, he wants me to talk like Droopy Dog. He says, hello, Joe. One of these days, I'm going to have to go ahead and do an entire show as Droopy Dog. But it's not going to be today. I can tell you that right now. Anyway, let's see. Vince says, I'm gone for 1 week and everything goes to shit. No, it doesn't go to shit. You know I always mess up the beginning of the show somehow. Good Lord, come on, man. Martin says, first thing I see It's Joe's impression of Jodie's Doctor Who. Yeah, I'm blowing it. I'm over here blowing it, man. What do you want? You know, happy N7 Day to all of you. Now, Martin explained what N7 Day is. It has something to do with Mass Effect, guys. I don't know what N7 stands for. I'm sure he'll explain the lore to you and all that good stuff. Connie Cleary is here saying hi to everybody, and she says hi to the chat as well. Let's see. Music, if it's running, you need to turn it up. Okay. All right. Hang on. How about now? Can you hear it? I just turned it up. Can you hear the music? Let me know. Let me know out there if you can hear the music. Anyway, oh, Vince gives me the thumbs up. Okay. What's funny is I see it on the screen. I see it on the screen before I see it over here in my chat log. Connie says better. I don't want it to overpower my voice. Should I go up a little more, guys? Let me know. Vince says the music is good. So, you guys let me know. If you want to hear it louder, I can turn it up louder. Anyway, it's good to see you guys. We're going to get some more work done today on the comic book. And some people would say, you know, Joe, why exactly are you showing everybody the book before you even put it on sale? Well, you know, I'm not a big creator. You know, you guys that are out here, first of all, I want you to spread the word about it, of course, you know. But I feel like anybody that's been watching since the beginning, they deserve to see all this stuff. You know what I mean? You deserve to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff on the Privateer and the makings of him and all that good stuff. So, let's see. No, all good. Thank you. Okay, no problem. Volume is good. We can hear you clearly, and the music too. Very good. Very good. I've got like 4 songs loaded up on here. You know what I need to do is I need to just go ahead and download all of his albums. I mean, they're out there for free, guys. It's not like you have to pay a bunch of money to listen to it. But anyway, okay, so I've got some stuff preloaded to work from, so let's get to it. Let me go ahead and get this up and running here. First thing I want to do is I want to separate this. That way I can just show that in a window, I think is going to be the best way to do this. Actually, no. We're going to take all of this and put it on the other side and do the whole screen. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go full screen with that and then share it. And on my TV back there, you see the Patriot is on right now. So that's the Privateer's favorite movie, by the way, if you didn't know. Yeah, that's the Privateer's favorite movie. Let's see. Share screen. Da-da, and da-da, and da-da. There we go. Okay. So, let's take a look at... First of all, let's check the chat one more time. Someone else turned up. Okay. Let's take a look. Is that what I think it is over there? Let's see. Low Spec is here. What's going on, Big Daddy? Good to see you, Low Spec. That's right. I'm monitoring Rumble today. See, like I said, I had everything set up, music and everything. I've got the stuff I'm going to use for the drawing and everything. But of course, I boomer the beginning of it, right? I mean, you know, it doesn't matter how much I prep for a show. I'm still going to blow it. So yeah, Big Daddy, Low Spec Linux Gaming over on Rumble. I see you. Yes, I do. I can see you. Okay, so let's take a look at what we've gotten done so far on this page. Still got to work on that girl, but I'm more worried about the layout than I am the details right now. Let's go ahead and show you the time-lapse video and make sure it's where you can see everything. Actually, let's just do it here because really, I haven't done any work on the other panels, so all I've done is drawing his hat on the other panel, right? But yeah, the girl, we got to work on the girl, because I am not trying to be like the D soldiers, as I like to call them. You know, the diversity, equity, inclusion soldiers. I'm not trying to frump her down on purpose. I haven't put any detail into her yet, but we will get around to that. Now you're going to notice this looks really grainy. First of all, if you haven't watched this before, I plotted this in pencil on actual artboard. Here, I will show you. Got some back here. This is the sketch for the first page right here. Okay? And it was drawn in pencil, as you can see, right? And I take a picture of this pencil work, okay? And notice that the radar, I'll show it to you here in a second, but this is just a pencil layout. It's what I call a plot. I don't know what they call it in the actual comic book world, but you see I'm putting notes on the sideboard there, like, what does that say? Mention service contact. Yeah, okay, got that. I'm putting my own little notes in there, but you see I draw it on, now most comic book artists draw this with blue line pencil, about the same color as the shirt I'm wearing right now. And you can see, if you look, there's blue lines on the page itself. All the writing on it's blue. It's so that whenever you actually ink this page, if you used actual ink, you wouldn't see that blue in the printing process. That's why they use this stuff. But I'm doing it differently. I am really comfortable with regular pencils, so I did it with regular pencil. Then I took a picture of it, right? And that's best way for me to show it to you is go back to the one I was just showing you. Okay, that's this page right here. This is what it looks like with the flat colors on it. That's just flat colors. That page is nowhere near done. But if you take a look, okay, there, I took a picture of the sketch and put it on here, right? Now this is just a plot. Sometimes I'm really happy with some of the drawing I've done, but sometimes, like right here, I didn't like the way that radar looked. I didn't like it. It doesn't, you know, it's just a radar graph, right? And I wanted to give it some, you know, feeling to it and whatever. So what I did was, when I inked it, as you can see, I made part of the panel, where you can see the panel that is on there on the ship. So you can see what this guy over here is pointing at, right? The guy in the sunglasses right there. So not everything's going to be the same, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is you're going to see that today. I'm going to work on some things today. You can see some of the work I did down here, trying to clean it up and stuff. As a matter of fact, what layer is that on? It might be on my sketch layer, because this is one of the first things I did, so. Yeah. Let's see if it's on my, yeah, it's on my sketch layer. Looks like I erased some stuff there. But anyway, not too worried about that, but I just wanted to show you the process. And then what I'll do is I'll go in and put the flat colors in, okay, underneath the inks. Okay, and then once I'm done with that, then I'm going to go in and put the nuances to the colors. Like, you see how dark the sea is under the boat, right? Well, that's the base color, but I'm going to put a lot of highlights in it and whites and stuff like that to show the foam in it, right? Also, you're going to get some highlights on their clothing and stuff like that, their skin. And the same thing here. I'm pretty much done with his eyes. That's That's really to show you my technique for doing eyes and all that good stuff. So, but this has still got highlights to come, and I've already started the highlight layer. You see I've got a layer marked highlights, and all it is the 3 dots on the radar. See how that pops up right there whenever I turn it on. You can see them glowing, right? So I've got a few things to do here, and I may not, depending on how I print this, I may not be able to use something like that to make it kind of glow like. I may not be able to do that because, like I said, I want this to be an old school looking comic book. You know, it may just be a 4-color book, and I may not be able to do that kind of thing. But anyway, we're gonna work on finishing the plot on this particular panel here first. I'm trying to think the perspective here. That's towards the nose of the boat in the first one where the helicopter's going down, so we're not going to see it there. But we've got the explosion to his left. Let's go ahead and make sure we're on the right. Yep, we're not. Yo, no, we are. We're on the ink screen. And then let's go ahead and make sure we've got the right pencil. We got that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's work it in here. I know. Daniel's just going off there. I know. This is where the torpedo hit earlier in the story. Oh, well, let's back that up. Let's go ahead and use the other layer, because we want to make these lines look correct, but we don't want to draw through what we've already done, right? So let's do it on a different layer. Don't really want that straight. Let's try that again. Well, we can leave it the way it is. And then let's make one that's parallel to it. And that one popped too, but we'll go ahead and fix that. And then we've got the wire railing up top. One thing I've forgotten the whole damn time. I keep having to add it on everything I do. I think that's going to work. Okay, then I come in and erase what's behind the guy, right? Or what would be in the forefront, right? Just his pants, you know, the pant leg and all that stuff. Want to erase all that. Okay. So just, if you want to check it, you turn off the sketch and turn it back on. Whenever you see my short videos of this, when you see it blinking like that, that means I've turned off the sketch layer. Okay, so I like that there. We're good with the plot there. Now I want to work on this plot. Now, the reason why I showed you that I'm not exactly going to keep everything the same is I'm going to change what's in the background here. Definitely going to change what's in the background. I've got the nose of the boat coming in here, if you see, and one of the cannons over here. This thing right here, where I'm wiggling my line at. That's a cannon. But I want to give it more of a coming at you look. Okay? So we're definitely going to be changing that. And the helicopter, I don't know. I think it'll work the way it is, I think. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get that big, and let's pull up what I already grabbed before the show. First of all, let me check the chat to see what's going on here. Let's see. In movies and TV, that would be referred to as a storyboard. Yeah, but that's not what this is. Let's see. You're absolutely correct, though. It is storyboarding, really. Let's see. JoesAtmosfere does it differently. He's not like the other girls, artists. Man, be nice to me. What's wrong with you, bro? Come on, take it easy on me. Let's see. if you hadn't had the radar, one could think they were ogling a female officer. Well, you got to remember, on that page, you're not seeing any of the written word yet either. That's the last thing you put in, actually. You got to do all this behind it first. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, they saw Sydney Sweeney on deck, right? Maybe she was bending down at the time. Oh, my gosh. Joe wants to erase that guy's pants. No, I do not. Stop it. Maniacs. Good Lord. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, it's just my opinion. The cutter with the copter and the ship, it's a bit crowded. Yeah, that's sort of... I understand where you're coming from. It does look crowded. But we want it to be kind of on a grand scale, you know? And it does look crowded, and that's what I'm going to try and avoid here by changing the perspective on the boat. I want the boat in the picture, but I think I'm going to back it up off the cutter so it doesn't look like it's about to run us over, and maybe see the sails a little bit bigger. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole point of me showing you the thing with the radar. I'm going to change the perspective of the boat. I like the helicopter. I like the helicopter a lot. But the boat, I think, needs to be, the perspective of that needs to be changed. So we're going to get started with that. It's the thing in the background, so let me go ahead and get the boat that I decided to use. Exactly. Yeah. You feel me, right, Vince? Yeah. Okay. So the one I decided to go with is the Wida Galley. It's a famous pirate ship. I'm going to go with that style. And I believe... Let me take a look at some of these pictures here. I think I'm going to use this one right here. Let's see. To start with... Oh, this page is perfect. Okay. So, let me go ahead and bookmark that. I don't want rewards. I just want to bookmark this thing. How do you bookmark on for? You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. We'll get to it later. Low Spec says, when you see a chick whose ass looks great in BDUs, you pay attention. Exactly. I'm going to be fixing her. Don't you worry about that. That's for sure. Yeah, because, dude, chicks are frump down in BDUs, but there's one thing you can't frump down, and that's their butt. There's you just can't, man. But anyway, this is the ship I'm going to use. It's called the Wida Galley. This is a model of it, but they've got some actual pictures of it in other places. But I like the style of this one. Of course, I'm going to change the front there for the front mast. And yeah, this is what we're going to use. So let me go back. Actually, I want to bookmark this. I don't know how to bookmark on here. Maybe it's this one. No, that's showing me how many tracking things. Let's see. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know how to do it on here. But that's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go back and I'm going to download the picture. And I'm going to save it. Big thumb? No, I don't want thumbnail. Shit. Hang on, guys. Bear with me. The old bastard will get it together here in a second. Let's go straight to the page. Same image. It still says Tim Thumb. Okay. So we'll save that here. Downloads. And then we will look at some of these other ones for just the sails. I think I need to see the sails on here. Which this one will give me a good picture of what the sails look like from the same perspective. I'll just have to move it up. Yeah, I like that one. Same image. There we go. Save. Okay. Oh, I see. That is a thumbnail. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the actual picture saved. Okay, there we go. All right. That'll be better. Okay. But I'm going to leave that thumbnail up until I can... You know what? I can take that and I can put it in my other program. Hang on. I really want this page because that's going to be the type, and I don't want to have to look for it again, you know? So let's go ahead and send that through here. Boom. Got it. Okay. So let's see what's going on over here. Okay, they're doing fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and reduce this and bring up the actual picture so I can zoom in on it, all that good stuff. Downloads. We want that picture right there. Let's bring this in. Yeah. And there we go. Now, if I was a lazy son of a gun, I would put this through a sketching profile to make it look like a sketch and then just copy and paste it into the picture. We ain't doing nothing like that. I'm not going to cheat like that. Now, you guys have seen me copy and paste some of my own drawings. I'm okay with that. But, you know, especially when I got something coming from the same area. You know what I mean? I don't mind doing that. But as far as... oh, what to do with my picture? There it is. Okay. As far as taking some other picture and modifying it, you might as well be doing AI at that point, right? I mean, it's just ridiculous. So let's go ahead and get this a little smaller. You guys can see what I'm working on here. Okay, so that's going to be the look of it. And what we're going to do is we're not going to have it as close. Okay, so let's go ahead and... okay, from the perspective we're looking at, we see that the captain is flabbergasted when this stuff all shows up, right? And the privateer is towards the front of the boat, right? So the flames are going to be over here on his left. So we'll draw that last. Looks like I drew some of that at the beginning of it. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put the silhouette of the Huey in here. I do like that. Of course, you guys know I dig the Huey helicopter, right? So we'll put that in there. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead and draw that all at once. Okay. First of all, let's make sure we're... see, we're on the wrong layer. Good thing I caught it before I went too far. We want to be on the ink layer. Okay. And then we're going to take this. Of course, it's got skids, but we're just going to indicate the skids right now. And then the rotor. I think that's going to do for now. Yeah. Okay. So we got that. Now what I'll have to do is come out here, and I always like to do this right away. Anything that's outside what we're doing, I want to clean that up right away. As far as the panels go. Make sure that gets cleaned up. The smooth sounds of sharking for pearls. How you like it, guys? Woohoo! What do you guys got on tap for the weekend? Tell me in the chat. Let's see. Vince says, funny. I was going to use model spaceships to eventually draw my ships from pictures. I'm going to take of them to avoid shifting perspectives. Let's see. Let me read that again. I was going to use model spaceships to eventually draw my ships from pictures I'm going to take of them to avoid shifting perspectives. Yeah, but you know, if you've done a lot of perspective drawing, it's not hard for you to take something and convert it. It's not hard for me. Now, it may be hard for you. You might need that picture of the exact perspective. But, and I try and get as close as I can to it. But some of this stuff, you know, there's not a lot of pictures of these boats. So. Have to kit bash build them first. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Toys from dollar stores are great for that stuff. Yeah, no doubt, right? English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Yeah, I do. It's just I suck at reading, dude. I suck at reading. That's my kryptonite. I have to reread everything I read. That's why I don't watch... You wonder why I don't watch Brian's Korean movies? It's because I have to reread each subtitle 3 times. I mean, it's my Achilles heel, bro. Everybody's got a weakness, and that's mine. No doubt about it. Okay, so we've got that in place. Now, the perspective I'm looking for here, I've got the figures in the sketch, and I want to keep those figures there for a reason. Whenever I'm drawing these pictures, and you have to think about this when you're doing a comic book, there's going to be words in here. Where are they going to go? Okay? Right here, you see where the words are going to go in this one. In this panel right here. Right? They're going to go bottom left or right in the middle up top. On this one, they're going to go to the left or down bottom around where the fire's at, or up top to the right. Okay? Got a lot of open space for that. You have to leave open space for the words you're going to put in it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Let's see. With simple shapes, I have no problem with perspective. Translated to a human body is where it all goes wrong. I hear you. Well, once again, I highly recommend, and I think I've showed it to you on the show before. Hang on, I got it down here. Hang on. Because I consulted a lot for proportions and all that stuff. How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. This may be one of the greatest tutorial books ever written. Okay? And you can find it. You can get a brand new copy of it. They publish it all the time. It's not something you have to go looking for. I used to have this when I was a kid, and I just rebought another copy of it. If you're worried about how to proportion the body, there you go. They've got it broken down by male and female, and it's by heads. How many heads tall are you? That kind of thing. When it comes, we got the same thing for females, right? Okay. If you're talking drawing the figure, they have all that for you here. Now look what they do though. They just have dots for the joints. They're basically drawing stick figures, guys. That's what they're doing. And then they draw around it. See, they take these stick figures and then they flesh them out, right? Hang on, the one of Thor's really good. You see that up top? Up top on this side here, he's a stick figure kind of thing. But you see how it evolved, right? It just takes time and practice, that's all. This is probably my favorite panel of the entire book. They show you what you're looking for. The stuff in the middle with very little movement is weak, right? But you see, the farther it goes into the action, the better it is, right? The more extreme the movement, the better it is. That's my favorite panel in this entire book. But if you're struggling with that, Vince, that this is a great tool to get. Let's see. I found the PDF version of it. Real Wade Nation says, yo, what's up, man? Good to see you. He says, also have a couple of other books like from Andrew Loomis. Okay, very cool. I don't have very many books. I look at artists that I like and I try to emulate them, you know. But I've got my own style. I really do. This is the first time I've worked on a comic book per se, but I've drawn comic book panels before. It's just none of them are published or anything. It's just, you know, I've done it over the years. But for this boat, what I want to do is I want to take that perspective and maybe exaggerate it a little more. In other words, I want to have, I think maybe over to the right just a tad, we're going to put the front of the boat. Make sure I'm on the right. Okay. Come on, ink. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to move that point to about here. And I'm going to put it in there. And I really need to put it on the other panel. Hang on a second. Because I'm drawing behind some of this stuff. Let's put it on layer right here. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to make that the back layer. Okay. So, and I already achieved that earlier. All right. So let's go ahead and let's draw the skeleton of what we want to do. I want to come in straight at, well, not straight at him, but just off. It's going to go off to the left of him. That's as far down as I need to go. Now, instead of it being flat like you see this in this drawing and in the picture, I'm going to go ahead and curve it back and make it more of an angled pitch. And then we've got the header on the front of this thing, and it's going to be a Seahawk head. Okay. I'm not sure what this is. Let's take a look at it real quick. Let's delve into it and see what this is. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. I really don't know what this is. Have no clue. You can look it up if you want to. The Why Da Galley. Okay. Who's that? Back over the side. Okay. So that's what we're going to work on here. It's coming right up on them. Oh, wait. Gotta remember, this has got to be curved. And then it's going to curve back in. I don't have to finish all of it because this hat's going to be there. That's alright. Actually, that's going to be a lot bigger, isn't it? I'm thinking too hard about this. This needs to come down about here like that. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to see a little bit more of the left-hand side. This is more, the view is a little bit more to the right on the model. We're going to see a little bit more to the left over here. So what we're going to do is going to bring it out a little bit, I think, here. And then bring it down. I think that's going to do it there. I think this may be a little bit too extreme right here. It's go ahead and get rid of this one. I still want it with that kind of perspective, though. I don't want it flat. I think about there is going to do. I like that. Okay. So we've got that. And we've got a lot of details we can do. But it's going to be further away, as I said, than what it looks like in this picture. And we're going to do a lot of detail on this. I mean, this is the first time you're seeing the Seahawk, right? This is his boat. And it looks old, but I'm going to show a little bit here and there. Like, for instance, this thing's going to have masts that can just disappear to where it just looks like the boat is a big canoe kind of thing. Okay? I'm going to show all of that, but what we need to do is go ahead and have this front sail pole coming out good ways. That. And I think there's a crossbar there. For the front sail, yeah. Yeah. There's a cross pull there for that sail. Okay, so it's underneath, so let's go ahead and clean that up. Now we're gonna draw the rotors over the top of this and probably erase a lot of this, but you want to have that back there for the coloring, if you understand what I'm saying, because you're gonna see that through the rotors a lot. Okay, so that's on the bottom. The one that's almost parallel to the panel border is on top, so you want to get rid of the stuff underneath it. Right. And there you go. Okay. Now we're just going to leave that the way it is here because it's on a different layer, right? So we'll leave that the way it is. And then we've got a lot of netting. We got the sail that's in there. I'm going to go ahead and mark up some of this stuff. Wow, so many mechanical elements, man. There's so much detail here. My gosh. Okay. Now everything we're seeing is above the water, though, right? So we may not even see a little bit of the. We're gonna barely see this cannon over here to the left. We're barely gonna see it. Because maybe about halfway between the top and the water. Because remember, what we're looking at here, this much of it's underwater. Okay? The only thing we're going to see is everything up from that line, really. Okay, so I'd say it's a little bit high, but we'll go ahead and mark it about where the cannon is here, maybe a little lower. But it's sticking more out to the side, right? In other words, I had it passing it in front of it. Right? Now we're going to have it moving forward and to the left of the boat. Remember, the nose of this boat is towards the privateer. Okay? Just to show you what that'll look like. Let's go ahead and put some of these lines in here for the front of the boat. And it's not cooperating. Wow, that's just about perfect. I'll be a sumbitch. Look at that. I almost had that right on. Of course, you can't see what I'm drawing right now. It's behind the boat. But here, let me go ahead and reduce the boat and you'll see. Straighten out again. Come on. There we go. Alright, so what you got here is you got the sidewall of the boat. The deck is here. And then you've got that cable. Okay, so on this side, it's going to read like this. Actually, let's just go ahead and draw it. And like I said, the fire is over here to the left of me. Okay, so now we can take this and get rid of a lot of it. Because I do like the figure I drew on him. I do like that one. He looks surprised and anxious and all that good stuff. So I think I got some emotion out of that figure. And we'll get rid of all of this up to there. Hang on. There we go. We'll just get rid of the stuff behind his back, because I do like that line there that signifies his back there. I do like that. So we'll go up to here with it and get rid of all of that right there. Okay. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so you see what I'm getting at, right? There's the deck. The fire is going to be over here to the left. So we need to go ahead and draw that all the way down. Oh, shit. And of course, it's going to be kicking up water. But it's a ways away too, so we're probably not going to see that either. It's not right on top of it, right? So let's... Oops. I'm just screwing up now. Hang on. Just back out of this completely. Okay, and then we'll come right here and we'll just erase that part. So the water that it's breaking is going to be right about here. Stop it. I'm sorry, I'm kind of concentrating on what I'm doing here. Sorry about that, guys. I know I've totally shut up on you. But you see what I'm shooting for, right? Let's go ahead and let's erase what's behind the iconic hat. I heard somebody saying the other day, and I can't remember what it was. I can't remember who I was watching. But they said, if you can't recognize a character by their silhouette, you haven't created a character. And I think I've achieved that with the Privateer. I think by seeing that silhouette, you'll be able to tell who that is. I mean, in every panel, I think with the hat and the shoulders, I think you can tell who that is. I think I've achieved that. But anyway, what we're looking at here is the same kind of breaking water you saw in the first panel, right? We're creating this same kind of thing right here. Right? That's what we're going to create. That column of water that's getting displaced by the nose of the ship. Right? That's what I'm creating right there. Please just open up. Thank you. It kept replaying on me. I was like, what the hell? So anyway, we've got a good start here. Like I said, we're going to have... more curves. You know, the water will be curling over. And this is all blocked out from the sun, so you're going to have a blacked out part back here. Let's see if I still can do it. Can I do it, boys and girls? Will it work for me? Let's find out. Yeah, there we go. I love it when a plan comes together. And then we're going to have some of the circles, you know, bringing that in there. But at the same time, we want it to be a wall of water, right? So the shade is going to go like this back there. Something to that effect. And then I think we're almost done for today. Let's go ahead and decide where that cannon's going to be. Let's bring that picture back up and decide where that cannon's going. Okay. It's definitely going to be a little bit forward and a little bit down. Looks like that's going to be right in here. And you got to remember what you're looking at. This is curved in. So the square for that cannon is going to be something like this. And then the cannon's going to be coming out right there. And it's not going to be a perfect circle because it's not coming at us, it's over to the side now. As a matter of fact, I may have to draw that a little further out. But you see what I'm getting at? Well, shit. It's going to be like that. Right? Something like that. And I may have to make it bigger. I mean, I'm just showing you what I think it's going to look like through the plot. Now, I'm going to change all these details as I go. But I think that's going to look better. That you tell me. What do you think about the straight on sideways look, which is that right there, or what I'm going for with this, right? And I haven't drawn the figures, but you get the idea. I think that's going to look a lot better than the straight flat side of it. You know what I mean? We like huge circles. Listen to you, Vince. You're talking like the Comic Relief Crusader, right? Huge circles. Let's see. What else we got? Let's see. Let's see. Hang on. You guys have been talking. Oh my God! Look at all this. Good Lord. What is the male and female Joe speaks about? You know what it is. If I read more DC Comics, I may have come across Dan Moore sooner. I like his drawings. He recently started as the artist for the Energon Transformers comics. Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Let's see, Real White says, hey Joe, guess what? I have rest of November vids done and scheduled all 83 of them. Well, you go, man. Tear it up. Let's see. Vince says, Martin, sounds like some kind of weird binary. You guys, man. Vince says, does the privateer have a giant eagle as a figurehead for this ship? No, it's called the Seahawk because I'm a big Seahawks fan. And if you read his origin story, he's saved by an Indian shaman. And, I wanted to be more of a hawk kind of thing. Not the eagle, no. I don't want to be Peacemaker. I don't want him to be Peacemaker. I don't want people to get confused with that. I know the American bald eagle is the country's bird and everything, but yeah, I didn't want to go that far with him. He's already wearing the Colonial 13 stars, that kind of thing. So. I think that'll be good enough. Got to remember, they didn't have a a country's bird, any of that stuff. Whenever he fought during the American Revolution, right? They did have the 13-star flag, though. Hint, hint. I hear you, man. Now No, not too patriotic, but I want some of the other elements of his life in here. You know what I mean? Okay, exchange eagle for a hawk. That works too. Yeah, exactly. Real Wave Nation says Joe is awesome. Well, thank you very much, sir. Vince apparently is agreeing with him. I appreciate it, guys. And he comes in super late with the LFG. I mean, we're about to go off the air, and he knows it, and he calls for the LFG. Well, that's fine. You know we got to help him out with it.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah! And then let's see what else we've got here. Unrealistic, not enough barnacles. We'll get there. I'm not doing details yet. Barnacles are details, sir. Yeah, some of them look like plate armor on the side of it, and you'd see it right in here, right, Vince? You'd see it right in here where the water's hitting. You'd see a bunch of barnacles, right? We'll just go ahead and leave that there to remind ourselves to put the barnacles on there. How's that? That work for you, buddy? Real Way Nation says, I agree. He says, laugh out loud. Joe's loves comics. Yes, I do. I love comic books. Absolutely. Vince says, hold on, Joe. If the cutter is still going forward and the pirate ship has its sail raised, meaning it's going forward, collision alert. No collision. They've pretty much, they're actually going into the water. Basically, they've stopped. They have stopped. Okay, let's see. What else we got here? Laugh out loud. Sounds like Joe was watching too much Pokemon. Who's that Pokemon, right? Okay, boys and girls, that is it for today. I hope you guys are enjoying what I'm presenting. I think you're going to enjoy the book when it's done. Let's take a look. We've got a good start on the plot for the bottom panel. It's going to be a big splash page. By the time we're done with it, I think you're really going to enjoy it. And I'm going to find some time to fix that girl in that top panel. My God, that's bad. It really is. That is bad. Okay, so we're going to shut that down for today. And I'm sure you like the rock and roll that's going on there. Thanks a lot, guys. I hope you guys check out Danny's music. I really do. Let's see. Connie Cleary says, thank you. You're welcome, young lady. You're welcome. I hope I entertain. I try and be entertaining when I'm working, but sometimes I concentrate too much and Joe can fix her. That's right. I can fix her. Yes, I can get her batting for the right team. But anyway, look, boys and girls, see, as much as I prepare, I never do things right. Right here on the bottom of the screen, you can see the banner, the ticker, whatever you call it, to let you know where you can support the channel. Go over to JoesAtmosfere.com. You'll find links to my Subscribe Star page, to my Kindle page for Atmosfere comic books, that kind of thing. Go check it out and support any way you want to. Plus, don't forget, I do pencil sketch portraits, and I need your commissions in before December 1st because I'm shipping out that week, and you're going to need time to get it framed. So everything's cut off December 1st. If you want that special someone, a drawing for Christmas, it's $75 a face. Doesn't matter how big you want it. And just send me an email and we'll get you hooked up, okay? Over there on JoesAtmosfere.com. Let me tell you what's going on with the channel. You guys know you're watching Sketching the Privateer. We do it every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Come check out the work I'm doing on the Privateer, man. You might enjoy it. And see what's going on behind the scenes, man. You'll know everything about the story before it even comes out. Anyway, that's every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Next time you'll see us, well, actually, the next time I want you to tune into something will be tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time over on Pop Culture Minefields channel, as our good friend Das Wolfen hosts Gaming Night with John. Martin will be there, and hopefully Knock will be there too, as he continues his assault on Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands. He should be wrapping it up soon. You guys go check it out. Support John in his endeavors. He's got a new book out, so check out his Amazon page. I got my copy Wednesday, so you guys support John in his endeavors and go check him out tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then, of course, on Sunday morning, it's time for NFL pregame party, and it's going to be a Week 10 tailgate. You guys be there for that at 10 a.m. Central Time. We'll fill you in on college and the pros, everything that's going on. Some crazy shit happened this week, man. Some of it's dark, some of it's stupid. And if you watched last night's game, some of it was bad. But you know what? We're going to keep plugging along and hope for some good football. You guys check it out. 10 a.m. Central Time on Sunday morning. Then 6 p.m. Central Time Sunday evening. It's time for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2025 through today's headlines. The Brothers Hack the Matrix every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And look, even if Highlander can't make it, we're still going to be chilling at the club. I'll do a chat-driven stream with you guys, and anything you want to talk about, we'll talk about at the club. So one of the two will happen at 6 p.m. Central Time. Hopefully, it'll be the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Then, of course, Monday morning, it's time for Military Monday on Pop Culture Minefield. You guys tune in as me, Martin, Anima, Pope, and Gary, the host of the show, talks about military movies every Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time. And then, of course, at 4 p.m. Central Time on It's Only Talk and Roll, we're going to have another meeting of the Canon Film Club this week on That 70s Rock Fans channel, and we're going to be doing Hercules, the movie from back in the day with the original Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno. So you guys come check it out as we talk about Hercules at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Fans channel on Monday. And then at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, it's time for Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, Video Games, Cocktails, and Fails. And it will be part 7 of my first-time playthrough of Mass Effect 3. So you guys come check that out. 6:30 p.m. Central Time as I have a cocktail and screw up a video game while everybody trolls me while I do it. That's 6:30 on Mondays. So come check it out. And then Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central Time, it's time for Afternoon Matinee. And that's where Gary, Anima, Martin, and I talk about a movie. I didn't get to make it last week because I had some business, but I will be there this week as we talk about a great movie on Wednesday Afternoon Matinee on Pop Culture Minefields channel, 3 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And then, of course, it's time for State of the Atmosphere. Pop culture update, movies, shows, games, and we will be checking in on our girl, Sydney Sweeney. She really is the topic of a lot of conversation all of a sudden. You guys come check it out as we talk about her and all the other pop culture stuff. Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on my channel. And then that brings us right back around to the next episode of Sketching the Privateer. So, for myself and the Vincer from across the pond, I want to thank you guys for being here. Let's see what they have to say in the chat. Das Wolfen's Iron Codex, Relics, and Metal and Madness returns soon, but he's got a new book out, guys. You need to check that out for sure. Tell Pope I'm very disappointed. Just kidding. Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you. Work can be a pain in the ass. Yes, it can. No doubt. Still have to rewatch State of the Atmosphere, Sid in the silver dress. Yes, she's on there. Plus, we talked about her statements about the whatchamacallit, the jeans ad. Apparently, they're back into that again. It's just silly stuff. Let's see. Vince says maybe you should skip some pages from the stream just to keep some elements in your back pocket. No, man, I figure if you guys have been supporting, I want you to see the stuff, man. No doubt. I want you to see it. I don't want you to be, I want you to be in the know, man. Okay, so let's get back down here and see what's going on. Okay, there we go. My man Vince says, cheerio, guys and gals. See you next time. Stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a great weekend. And apparently, Mr. DeLorme has shown up at the last second. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. We're on our way out the door. It's good to see you, as Vince was saying, Christian! It's good to see you, brother, man. Look, I want you guys to be safe, and until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.